In Saturday's installment of BBC Breakfast, Charlie Stayt and Naga Munchetty were given the latest sports headlines by Mike Bushell. Things turned slightly chaotic during Saturday's installment of BBC Breakfast. It comes after sports presenter Mike Bushell gave hosts Charlie Stayt and Naga Munchetty a rundown of the latest news in the sporting world. He said, "See, here we have, you can't quite see that. But Simon has just cutting him off." Naga joked their director was delighted with him for exposing what had happened off camera. Undeterred, Charlie added, "Simon has just won the athletics award for the fastest sprint across a weather presenter's location, an 8-meter sprint. I think you did it in record time." As Mike confessed he had missed the entire thing, Naga offered some clarity on what had happened. She said, "There's a reason, because Simone would have been in your shot." The sports star asked whether there was an action replay available, but sadly, the producers didn't have the footage to share. Awkwardly waiting to share his forecast, Simon King said, "Oh dear, this has gone well, hasn't it?" Charlie asked if Simon could show what had happened as Simon went to walk off screen. However, Mike decided to drop down to the floor so he wasn't in the way of Simon. As Mike dropped to the floor, trying to avoid being in the camera's shot, Naga could be heard chuckling as Simon casually walked into frame once again. Charlie found the antics amusing as he could be seen trying to suppress a laugh while Mike continued to stay ducked on the floor. Although after a while Naga told him it was okay for him to pop back up again as Simon then continued with the forecast. This wasn't the only time a BBC star's antics were exposed by a colleague, as Charlie found himself in a spot of bother on Friday morning. As they spoke to Morning Live's Gethin Jones and Kimberly Walsh, they were quick to ask if Charlie had been listening to what they had coming up on their show. He said, "I'm worried to ask Charlie and Naga. I don't know if Charlie's been listening, but we'll find out now." Charlie was clearly caught off guard as he replied, "Yes. Listening to everything you're saying." Although it was clear Gethin had caught him out as Charlie asked, again, "What's the question?" Realizing they were right, the two Morning Live hosts burst into laughter.